Okay, February 10th, 2015. I have 2 goats that are going to be kidding soon. Hopefully in the next couple of days. So they've been moved into the garage. This is Jigs, and that's Rosie. Jigs is almost 4 years old. And Rosie is 2.5. This is Rosie's 2nd, and Jigs is 3rd or 4th. I'm not really sure. So Rosie, as you can see, heavy breathing. She makes a lot of grunting sounds. At first we thought it was pneumonia, but now, after she's been seen 3 times by vets, well, the same vet, and I've talked to a couple other ones at the same clinic on the phone, and so has the vet that's come out. We treated for pneumonia twice. Once one day, and then the second dose was about 5 days later. Not getting, not significant changes. So we figured after doing a physical on her that she's just having a really hard time with her pregnancy. Chances are she has more than 1 kid, because last year she did not have this problem and she only had 1, but it was very small. So she could have more than 1, or if she has 1, it could just be bigger, and also that she's carrying it very up and down. That's why she doesn't look like, she just looks overly skinny. The vet wasn't even sure if she was pregnant, but she has an enlarged udder, as well as she gave her a physical about 5 or 6 days ago, and we realized, nope, there is definitely a kid inside of her belly. So made a makeshift in the garage, better than last year. Last year we didn't have all these boards up. We only had this board up here, and then basically this door on this side, and these sides were open all around. But I found that the kids were getting into things that are in the garage because my dad has tools. There's a refrigerator over here, some other, there's a ladder, and just things that kids could hurt themselves on, which we didn't think they would bother with last year. That's why we didn't bother with it. But kids are very mischievous, and they were also pooping behind things, and it was hard to clean, so we just put them in here, made 4 walls instead of just 1. And so yeah, so it's just these 2 right now. I have one that's outside pregnant, but she's only about a month. She was ultrasound, did an ultrasound on her, so she's only about a month and a half maybe. And we only moved these guys in, today's Tuesday, we moved them in on Sunday, so they've only been in here for 2 days. They were perfectly fine outside for all the way up until now, but I thought it might be easier than after they had their kids dragging them in here like we did last year with one of the goats. She had 1 baby outside, and then found her in the middle of kidding, brought her up here, and then she had her 2nd one. Found that it was very stressful and very hard, although both kids lived, they survived and everything, and the mom was okay. I just didn't like that she had to trudge through 3 feet of snow, so we put them in here now. And yeah, I think they're doing much better than they were. So they have their water and their mineral over there, and then their food bucket's not in here now because they already had their dinner. And then they have their hay over there and lots of straw on the ground. So yeah, that's my update on these two, and I'll be making another video after or during their kidding if I come out on time. I check on them 6 or 7 times a day now that they're in the garage, because all I have to do is poke my head into the garage, and they're so close now, where the last 2 weeks I would check on them at 7 a.m., check on them around 12:30, 1 o'clock, again probably around 3 or 4, again at dinner time at 6, around 9 or 10 o'clock at night before I went to bed, and then I'd get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and go and check on them, just because it's really cold out, today minus 15 degrees Celsius. Last 2 weeks it was getting into minus 25 degrees Celsius, so pretty cold. Like even in the garage here I can see my breath, so you know it's below zero. And yeah, they have all their comforts here. They have each other, they're not alone. And hopefully Rosie will be kidding soon. I gave her, she's had 4 doses of Metacam. She also has arthritis, Caprine arthritic disease, CAE, which is not helpful with carrying kids, although Jigs has CAE as well, but she's a bigger goat, and as you can tell, very wide. She carries them wide, where Rosie carries them this way, so her belly kind of droops more, which also means that the baby's pushing more on her diaphragm, which is why she's breathing so rapidly. But I know for a fact that she eats her grain and she eats her hay and drinks lots of water. So it's not like she's starving as far as I can see at how much she eats. She eats as much as she normally would. She should be eating more because she's pregnant, but I think she just has a hard time eating and breathing, just because it's such a struggle for her to breathe, which is why she's on Metacam, to at least help with her muscles and help basically an anti-inflammatory, because she's just working so hard. And I just really hope she has her kids soon so that way she can get back to normal. Because like I said, this is very hard for her. Last year was not this bad. Last year I didn't even know she was pregnant. She didn't even make a fuss or nothing. Her udder wasn't very big. This year her udder is big. I can actually show you. So her udder, you can see it, where usually you can't see it. Like it's not even, you can't even see her teats. And then obviously, I know. Oh. And obviously Jigs has an udder. Oh, the lights. If she'll stand. She has an udder, and it's pretty big, and it's fairly large. She had twins for me last year. She's had triplets in the past. And they've all survived as far as I know. In her records that I received for her, all her kids had survived. Rosie's baby last year survived, so hopefully we'll just continue with that, and I'll have another video when they have their kids.